I'm checking out Daniel's Timeline at a Glance calendar, which is on danielstimeline.com. And if I'm not mistaken, this is Dewey Bruton's website. Yes, it's his website, this Dewey Bruton guy. Um, this is faulty because, okay, look at this 62 years, okay? That means he's saying that 70 weeks of that each week is a year from 1947 to 2009. So he's saying a week corresponds to a year from 1947 to 2009, right? But then all of a sudden he switches now to a week equals 7 years. So he's switching from a week-year ratio to a week equals 7-year ratio for the 7-year prophetic week. 7 weeks, 62 weeks. He's using, look at this. This goes all the way through here, and he's saying all these things are weeks, but they're different kinds of periods of time. And 70 weeks right here, again. So he's compressing the time so that he can conveniently place the end times in 2017, 2016. And it's just, I don't know why he's doing that. He doesn't explain that. He just does. I haven't watched all of his videos, but he does. And he's predicting the 2017. So when 2017 comes and roll around, guess what? This guy's going to be a false prophet. And I've seen this over and over again on YouTube. People believe this stuff. And friends of mine on the internet point these things out to me and say, hey, look at this. The end's coming in 2017. Have you seen this Daniel's timeline? This guy, Drew, whatever his name is, Drew or whatever. When's this going to end, folks? Use your thinking cap. It's obviously not very solid when he's switching from these tiny years to that. If this was actually began in 1947, he used a consistent method of measuring time from the beginning to the end. You made a week, 7 weeks of years. 7 years was 1 week. Then that would be 500 years from now would Jesus be coming. Okay? If you made it years, then in 2010 we'd be in years 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67. If you used the years, it probably would fit his thing. I don't know. I'm just confused. No, because he's using 3.5 years for a middle of a week here. And I don't know. It's just weirdness. So be careful of this kind of stuff. It's not 62 years. It's 62 weeks. Okay? So if a week was a year, then this year would be not 3.5 years. It would be, I don't know how much it would be. A middle of a week would be half a year. Yeah. The tribulation would only be a year long, and that would be half a year. See how this mathematically adds up? It doesn't make any sense. But then it says there's 1,260 days here, right? And he's got the abomination in the right place, right here. That happens at 1,260 days later. Something else happens. I don't know if I agree with this part of it. But that's what's going to happen. There's going to be a lot more of this stuff as we go on. And they love to use the Jewish feasts to deceive people, I noticed that. Whenever I hear people talking about the Jewish feasts, then they're predicting days that Jesus is going to come. So they're saying on such and such a day, Jesus is going to come. See how deceptive that is? And Jesus says, nobody knows the day or the hour that I come. The only way that we're going to know the timeline when Jesus comes back is when that abomination that happens right in the middle here, the abomination that brings forth desolation that happens in the middle, when that happens in the middle, then we're going to know that we've got about 1,260 days or something like that. 1,300, 1,335 days, roughly at that kind of period of days. So that's going to distort this whole picture, and it's very dangerous teaching. I hope you guys can get that. If you have any questions, just let me know.